no less. And let me just be very, very clear. These brazen, heinous attacks on our subway system will not be tolerated. We're focusing on repeat offenders, deterring crime, and protecting the people on our subways, our commuters, and also the unsung heroes of the MTA. So today, in the wake of these latest attacks, I'm unveiling a 5-point plan to rid our subways of people who commit crimes and to protect all New Yorkers. Bag checks will be conducted by over 1,000 members of the New York State Police, MTA Police, National Guard. In addition to what the city is doing, we're coordinating with the city of New York so people will see this. A bill to allow judges to ban people from using the subway, people who attack others and are convicted of a violent crime. Improve coordination between police and DAs to keep violent criminals off the subways. Cameras on and in the conductor cabins, and expanding our mental health outreach teams. Here's the message today. Anyone looking to do harm or spread fear on our subways, you will be caught. Plain and simple. There will be consequences. This has to end. New Yorkers.
Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you Akim out there that pushes word and truth and sincerity. I'm quite sure brothers did videos on the situation that Governor Kathy Hochul declared New York City in a state of emergency, not only New York City, but the whole state of New York. Now, what's going on is a bunch of crimes, a rash of crimes happening in the New York subway system. Now, my car was in the shop 3 weeks ago. I put my car in the shop to get some parts put in on a Wednesday. So Thursday I had to ride the subway. And my car was ready for me Saturday morning before camp. Fortunately, I got my car back before camp started. So I had to ride the subway 2 days. And let me tell you something. You had homelessness on a large scale. I mean, you couldn't even get a seat because you had a lot of people sleeping on the subways due to the homeless epidemic. But they got money to bring in migrants, kick out so-called Americans that was born and raised in America, whether they're from Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, whatever, to house migrants coming over here illegally. And a lot of these crimes is happening because you have a spike in crime because not only do you have people coming over here from Venezuela, Brazil, China, Africa, wherever they're coming from to receive a better life in America, you also have criminals. And they're coming over here. You have gang members, MS-13 gang members, and they're coming over here to wreak havoc, to rape, rob, steal, murder. And it's done by design. This goddamn tyrant, this bitch, Kathy Hochul, she a tyrant. But she's taking orders from the international beggars, from her puppet masters. She's taking orders. But what she did was deployed the National Guard as well as state troopers in the New York City subways. Now they're checking bags again, but it's done by design because the next step is, oh, we got to track all these illegal migrants, so we have to institute a new system, and the new system is going to be the MOTB. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So we quite aware of what Esau was doing. Esau being the so-called white man, what he's doing. He brought these migrants over here. The Democratic elected government, led by Joe Biden, Pedophile Joe, Sleepy Joe, they know what they're doing. And like I said, 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. But what we have going on here is a crisis. Now, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Slacking for the rant. I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. 3 weeks ago, I had to ride the subway Thursday and Friday. Now, you had a lot of homelessness is running rampant. Let's get that out in the open. But then you had, all right, a lot of unprovoked violence going on. Yo, shit is crazy on the subways over seats. You got bug out homeless people that got demons on them. They in the subway system wreaking havoc. Now I ran into a person that works with me on my job. She's like 5 foot, 4'3", Ecuadorian. She's Mexican. And she was on the train and she was crying when I got on the train. I was like, yo, you all right? What's going on? She said, why you in the trash? Now I put my car in the shop. To make a long story short, she told me that some immigrant asked her for money. And she said she didn't have it, so he spit in her face. So she's short. What could she do? So she sat there crying. When I got on the train, she was like more, okay, like, uppity because, I mean, I'm on the train with her. I'm not going to let nobody do nothing to her, I'm going to protect myself as well as her. But, but she on the train, it's 4:45 in the morning. And this shit is crazy. But to make a long story short, not to rant, what I did was some dude in my neighborhood, he sells tasers and pepper spray. Tasers, he sell for 40. Pepper spray, he sell for 10. I didn't want to spend $40. She's not my woman. She's just a co-worker. So I bought her some pepper spray. She ride the trains. But crime is crazy on the train. And them 2 days I rode the train, I saw arguments, fights break out. And I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy. I haven't got on the train in like 5 years, but now I'm on the train. It's like, it's crazy to me right now. But these are the times we living in. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. And we always bring out these scriptures. We always bring out what's coming down the pike. So I'm going to read it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And not only Esau is walking in great pride, but you got the nigger woman, you got 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans walking in pride, filled with pride, as if you got everything going for yourself. We're in captivity. Pursuant to Baruch chapter 3, verse 8, we are yet this day in our captivity. So what the fuck you proud for? Excuse my language. But what the hell you proud of? What the hell you proud for? We in captivity. We subject unto payments. If you don't pay your goddamn rent, you out on the street. If you don't got a job, you ain't got you can't put no food on the table. So what the hell you proud for? A lot of you women gonna face a harsh reality that we living in the time of the decline of this devil's empire. So all the goodies, all the teats that you receiving pursuant to Isaiah 32, verse 9 on down, that's coming to an abrupt end. And you women gonna learn a valuable lesson. Pursuant to 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 1, you're going to be taken in a great number. As well as you, the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, you men. Now you got Governor Kathy Hochul, which is a tyrant. She deployed the National Guard to protect the subways. Because why? The other day, a conductor got slashed in his neck, received 32 stitches from an unknown assailant, probably a migrant. Because when Mayor Adams started letting these migrants in New York City, crime has risen. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, man. So back to 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Hey, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Esau is filled with pride. 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're filled with pride. But guess what's going to come down the pike, man? Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is coming down the pike real soon, man. And 2024 is going to be a hell of a year. Why do you think the Lord put the Spirit on the apostles to heart to coin this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble? Because Jacob's trouble is coming. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. And it reads, Alas, for that day is great. What day? That day of Jacob's trouble. That day when Esau come down, bringing great wrath, pursuant to Revelation 12 and 12, man. Because they were coming down with great wrath, because you know this time is short. What's that great wrath? When you go to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, the 68th verse on down, that burning wrath of a great multitude. That's them Gurkha troops, them UN troops, the National Guards coming down hard, locking the cities down. Martial law. But Jake, they're not in the spirit of checking things out. They're in the spirit of they're waiting for the summer to come in, the spring and the summer to come in. Easter, what they're going to do, hot girl summer coming up. They're not worried about these prophecies coming to pass. They're not worried about what's going on in Gaza, on the Gaza Strip. They're not worried about what's going on in Ukraine. They're not worried about what's going on with America dealing with these different proxy armies. They're not worried about that. They're worried about hot girl summer 2024. They're worried about Easter 2024, spring and summer. These are the things that the 2/3 are worried about. But meanwhile, all kind of shit is happening, man. Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York City and New York State, has deployed the National Guards and New York State troopers to the subway systems in New York City, which is a prequel to what's going to happen when they deploy them throughout the cities, in the neighborhoods, blocking off bridges, blocking off tunnels, checking your driver's license, your registration, checking all these things to make sure you're right. And if you're not right, they're locking you up. These are the things that's coming to pass, man. These are the things that's about to take root in America. These are the things that's about to take place, and all you jakes that's a part of the 2/3 club, you're oblivious of what's going on. But the Lord have you in that state, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. You in that state because the Lord put an angel to blind you from getting this truth. The Lord put you in a state to blind you from getting the information you need where you could be good. Come back to the Lord. The Lord blind you from this truth. Because you got a lot of scoffers and scorners out there. So this is back in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that it is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble consists of martial law. Jacob's trouble is going to consist far more worse than 70 AD. See, this is what's happening. This is what's brewing. Jacob's trouble is going to surpass the trials and tribulations that Jake went through 70 AD when they was dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. This is going to be far worse. 70 AD is going to be a cakewalk. But Jake is not prepared for this shit. When I'm talking about you Jakes, I'm talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans from Judah on down to Issachar. You're not prepared for what's coming down the pike, man. And I almost feel sorry for y'all, but I don't. I almost feel sorry for y'all. It says, back in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, and it reads, Alas, for that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's going to be saved out of it? The elect. The 1/3, the governing body being joint heirs with Yahweh Shah. The elect is going to be saved out of Jacob's trouble. But the rest of the 2/3 is going to be taken, man. This is a prequel to what's about to happen. Kathy Hochul deployed the National Guards. Why couldn't she deploy? Why couldn't she just up the ante with the NYPD? Why did she deploy the National Guards? Because it's what you call it's a stage that they're going step by step. Step by step they're doing. All right. She deployed the National Guards and the state troopers in the New York City subway system. Soon it's going to be on every state bridges. It's going to be on the state bridges, the Lincoln Tunnel, the Holland Tunnel, the Manhattan Bridge. It's going to be on every goddamn tunnel, bridge in New York City and in New York State. Once again, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We see how this devil was moving. And many great miseries is coming. All you women out there that was proud, you don't need a man. We're going to see now. We're going to see. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Let's read that again so we can sink in. 2 Ezra 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. Which are the ways of the Most High? His laws, his statutes, his commandments. Listen to what the prophets have to say from the apostles, the bishops, the teachers, the elders and the teachers, the prophets. Listen to what they have to say, because they're telling you things for your own good. But just like I was watching the video from GMS Dallas, you had this fucking old cat bucking out, man. He had demons on him. Keep that same energy, nigga. Because when things get heated up, remember what you did to the prophets. Remember how you bucked up against the prophets. Tell them that they're teaching hate. And you're going to be caught up. So it reads back again, back in 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they being a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. A lot of you niggas, you run across a Hebrew Israelite camp or a video, and y'all start scoffing and scorning because y'all don't like the delivery. Or you teaching hate. But you love your master, which is Esau. And Esau has gave you nothing but hate. Esau, the so-called white man, has gave you nothing but hate. But you're going to come up against your fellow brother to defend this goddamn red bastard and say, we teaching hate. What about Esau? Esau showed you nothing but hate. But you're going to protect that devil? Okay. It says, for such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Because you took the side of Esau, you received the devil's benefits that he gave you, your Section 8, your Social Security, your WIC, being an NFL player, being a professional boxer, professional Major League Baseball player, soccer player, a rapper, actor, actress. You receive benefits and have not known the Most High because you served Esau and his devils and his gods. You worship Esau, so like for saying devils, you worship Esau and his false gods, worshiping devils and demons, blood sacrifices to make it in the society. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have lost my law while they had yet liberty, and there was yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Because a lot of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, you know about the Hebrew Israelites. YouTube have bust this shit wide open. We on Rumble, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. There's no excuse. Odyssey. The main platform is YouTube, so there's no excuse. So you know about the Hebrew Israelites, man. But you refuse. Those that's a part of being a Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you're part of the 2/3, you refuse to come back. That's why we're going to read it. It says, and they that have, 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 11, and they that have lost my law while they had yet liberty, and while yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know after death by pain. You bitch-ass niggas is going to receive death, but that pain, let's read it again. The same must know after death by pain. You're going to receive this truth and this knowledge after death and after pain while you're in the spirit world, while you're in your right state of mind. Then you're going to know that you're an Israelite. But it's going to be too late. The Lord put you to death. But guess what? You're going to come back in the reincarnation through the prophets that make it, through the apostles and the elders that make it, the elect, the 1/3. You're going to make it. You're going to come back. Then you're going to be in your right state of mind. But hey, guess what, man? Things are starting to ramp up. Things are starting to ramp up. Let's get another scripture real quick. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. And it reads, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth near. And we see what's going on. Kathy Hochul, that bitch you see right there, this tyrant, that's a puppet for the international bankers. She's only passing laws that they wanted to pass. So it says, woe to the world, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth near, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And we see that America is totally divided. America is totally divided. You got the blue states taking on these migrants and they creating all kind of crimes and everything. Then you got the red states that's totally against it. So this society is totally separated and divided. And the kingdom that's divided cannot stand. So here you have it. It says, for this second Ezra chapter 15, verse 15, for the sword and the destruction draweth near, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And there shall be sedition. That word sedition is an uprising against a monarch or a government among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Do you think when all hell break loose, they're going to regard what Mayor Adams have to say, what Kathy Hochul, this tyrant bitch, have to say? Or what Sleepy Joe or whatever president is in office have to say? No, of course not, man. It says, and they, of course, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're going to do what they got to do. They're going to take actions in their own hands. Loot, pillage, rob, rape, murder. This was happening. This was going to happen. This was going to happen when all hell break loose. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able. Why? Because it's going to be martial law. All the bridges is going to be locked down. The Holland Tunnel, the GWB, the Lincoln Tunnel, all these different bridges linking the Bronx to Brooklyn, Queens to Manhattan, they're going to be locked down. And where you at, when they declare martial law, is that where you're going to stay? Wherever you at, if you're in your job, when they declare martial law, you staying there. Because if you don't have the proper identification or the proper papers on why you traveling, during the time of martial law, they're going to cart your ass off. They're going to, first and foremost, probably put a bullet in your head or slap cuffs on you, stuff you in the vehicle, and cart you off to a concentration camp. These are the times that we are approaching. So get ready. Get ready. And from the Apostle Tahar on down, from Great Mill, so we've been warning you and telling you, but you did not take heed to what we were saying. So now, you're left to your own devices. You are left to your own devices. And here you got it. The governor, Kathy Hochul, deploying state troopers and National Guards in the subway system. Soon it's going to be in the streets. We just wait. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. It says, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. If men gonna be afraid in this time, how much more you women? How much more you women? Keep that same feminist energy. Because a lot of you women, y'all gonna get fucked up. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So a woman that was talking shit, acting proud, you are a neighbor, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be humbled. Drastically, you're going to be humbled. You're going to be put in your place and you're going to be humbled. However, the Lord sees fit to humble you, you're going to be humbled. And it says, For because of great pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and great pride. It's like in great tribulation. And that's what's coming. Great tribulation. So enjoy your so-called hot girl summer. Enjoy these pagan festivals like Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, your birthdays. Enjoy these pagan festivals, man. Enjoy these unlawful practices that you love to practice, because death and destruction is coming. One more trick I'm going to bring up before I close it out. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. What's that burning wrath of a great multitude? These Gurkha troops, these UN troops, the National Guard, Interpol, all these entities that's allowed to come in and take over nations and cities and states. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And what is that? You being cast into headfirst to a concentration camp, and they offer you that MOTB. And a lot of you jakes are going to take that MOTB just to fit into society, just to be regular again, so you won't be enemies of the state. You're going to consent to these devils just to be destroyed. And let me just say this. If you don't take that chip, Esau is going to destroy you. But if you take that chip, the Lord is going to fuck you up. You understand? So it's like a rock in the hard place. If you don't take that chip, Esau, the so-called white man, is going to kill you. But if you take that chip, pursuant to Revelation chapter 14, verse 8 on down, the Lord is going to fuck you up. If I'm going to die, I'd rather die being on the right-hand side of Yahweh while Yahweh Shah, not taking that chip. So it reads, it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled against you, is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols, MOTB, and they that consent unto them should be had in derision. And those of you who take that MOTB, you're going to be had in derision. It says, and they will approach and try to underfoot. And there shall be in every place, in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And that's what's coming, man. A great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. You see what they're doing in Canada? They put a bill in motion that you can't teach on the streets. You can't teach the Bible on the streets. This is coming to America. What's happening in Canada is coming to America. So things is going to get real heated real soon. 2024, approaching the summer months, is going to be a hell of a year. It says, there shall be in every place in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And that trial is coming. And that big trial that's coming is taking that MOTB. That big trial is coming real soon. So this what's going on right now with Kathy Hochul, this demon you see right here, this tyrant that you see. She's only doing what her handlers have her to do. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, for that right there. So with that, I'm going to close it out. I'm going to give all praises once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akimat, that pushes word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.